Okay, I'm ready now. Okay, President, it's all
That's
you.
fine, no worries. All right, welcome everyone. Let's see. First thing about the legal and financial infrastructure, we have the intercompany agreement that we will be following in the special meeting tomorrow. So Ben, I believe last night I worked with Luke to create a document for you to officially resign from Colussi Family Foundation.
Yeah, yeah.
So you should see that contract in Smiley. If you want to go ahead and smile it, that has sign it. That has to be signed today. Kevin did his this morning.
With the help of the President, making sure I did it all correctly. I want to. It's really it sounds as though it's oh, just some documents to sign and whatever, but we really do need to be careful and take the initiative and ask questions if we have them, so we get this right. We don't want to have any legal repercussions. And as one of the, I want to just share really quick that when we do the meeting tomorrow,
Mhm.
which all of you can attend, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Warihana and Salam, you as well. Great. And so when we do the meeting tomorrow, I won't be recording it because I've gotten advice in the past from Anderson that it's best not to actually record the board meetings themselves, but to just have the meeting minutes be the official words that were agreed to at the meeting. And so I just wanted to share that I won't be recording that. That will be strictly approving the meeting minutes from the meeting, and that will be the record of what had took place in the meeting. And that's just to make sure that something wasn't said or skipped over in the meeting that could then harm the meeting minutes and jeopardize the operations. So just wanted to let you know that. Go ahead, President.
Yeah. So I have a script that I'll be following tomorrow.
Do you want to go through it so to make sure that they don't have any questions or?
I don't think so because it's mostly me. I mean, there'll be times where I say that Ben needs to abstain or you need to abstain from the vote and whatever, but it's pretty well, I can direct people, I believe,
Okay.
as far
So
as
you're
especially.
just going to go through the script that you've written, direct people on what to acknowledge or do,
Mhm.
and then we'll all be good. And there'll be, just to be clear, there'll be two meetings, obviously, one for what I am just referring to as the Colussi Family Foundation,
Mhm.
and the other, which is the Give Basic Needs Ghana, which is the Ghana organization. So technically, there'll be two board meetings tomorrow. Two, the way that I put it to the President was two adjournments, which means two official meetings, one for each organization. And so I guess maybe just open it up to the group if anyone has any questions about what we're doing or questions about where we are. And we all agreed, I think, uh, to sign the U.S. version because it's better to have it approved by one lawyer rather than try to combine them and then have them not approved. We have the U.S. attorney on record saying in an email formalizing that that was good, and I think that version 3.7 is the version that we'll sign and the steps that we'll go through. Does everybody agree with that or have any comments? Let's just go around the room. Salam, do you have any concerns or agree to anything? I mean, everything. You all good?
Yes, I'm all good and I agree to everything so
Oh,
far.
okay, great, great. Please make sure you speak up because, again, it takes all of us to get this right. So it's very possible that the president, myself, anyone else on the team skips a step or misses a step. And so please feel free to speak up and keep us in line. It takes all of us.
We're
So
all humans.
we're
We
all
all mess
human. We
up.
all make mistakes. So great. I'm glad that you approve up until this point, and we're all good. Thanks for that effort and getting the review from the lawyer in Ghana. That's great. I kind of wish we would have gotten a little bit more professional of a document than just a Word document with comments. But I know it's difficult to communicate comments sometimes. I don't know, Salam. Do you expect that we should get a formal PDF file and an email from the lawyer stating that they approve as we did from the U.S. side. I personally would like to see that, but I don't know if that's what your thoughts are on that.
Okay. We can request for that, but I think it was because of the time
Yeah.
and the fact that the lawyers really didn't find any
Hmm.
significant errors in the document.
Right.
So if you look at what they pointed out, it was just like I indicated earlier, descriptions. So where we use just the first name
Hmm.
because it's a legal document, that they added the full name,
Hmm.
and because it's is an international agreement, though internal, but across two different countries. Though I didn't look at the act that was cited, I don't know that was the act. The act was for Ghana or for the US.
It's for Ghana. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, but they took that out to
Hmm.
mean that it's the entirety of Ghana law and that of the US.
Yeah.
Yes. Apart from that, there wasn't anything technical
Right.
about it.
I guess,
Yeah.
and if they, yeah, so I guess if I, I think personally for our records and others can comment is that we should get some type of a formal email on a letterhead from the attorneys who reviewed it, even if it is in 3 days after the signing, whatever, just stating that essentially the document is good to sign. That would be
Okay.
great. I feel that that's what we paid for was some confirmation that that someone there in Ghana had reviewed it, and it should be on their letterhead, etc. I think for what we paid for, that would be reasonable. I don't know what others think.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And really, they just said about the act that you didn't need to
Right.
quote it or, yeah, basically quote it or refer to it.
Right.
So that's why I said, they didn't say not use it. You can't use this document. It was just a
Right.
suggestion that you don't necessarily need to quote it. It's known or whatever.
Right.
So that's why I was like, I think, we talked about it and stuff, and that's what I felt.
Yeah, and Salam, if you, I think that
So
this.
let's
Oh, go ahead.
no. So I just wanted to say I'll get them to send an official email to the president.
Yeah.
With those comments. Maybe they will elaborate more on the comments.
Yeah, sure. Whatever they want to put in, just so that we have record. Should somebody in Ghana questioning it, that we had legal counsel on it and their name should be on the letterhead. I mean, we paid for their review. If we didn't take their advice and we screwed something up, that's on us. But
Yeah.
we should have it stated that they reviewed it technically.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for that. Excellent work on getting that done in a short amount of time. We really, really appreciate that because this is holding up so many different parts of our organizational operations that it really is important. So thank you for that effort, Salam. We acknowledge it and see you. Thank you.
Yes, most definitely. Okay.
I'm sorry, Warihana, did you have anything on the procedures for tomorrow?
Um, Procedures for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sorry for
Special
for the special meeting and the legal documents that need to be signed, the resignations, everything that we're kind of going through. Do you have any concerns or with your board member hat on? Do you have any concerns about what it is we're doing, or are you all in agreement?
Yes, I'm also in agreement. And
Okay.
I looked at the comments that the Ghana lawyer provided,
Mm-hmm.
and like everyone is saying, it wasn't really a lot that
Mm-hmm.
he said. So yeah, it's okay to go with the one the US lawyers
Okay.
approved.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
Great.
but I'm okay with everything. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then finally, Benjamin, can you give your feedback on everything with your board member hat on as to how you feel about the proceedings of not only tomorrow but also today for you?
Um, I think everything is okay with me too. I just checked and I've sent the letters to sign. I think I was thinking I would get an email notification, which I didn't. That's why I had not attended to them earlier. But I just checked and I saw that, which I would sign after the meeting. But I
Okay.
wanted to find out about tomorrow's meeting. It was earlier mentioned that there would be two meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Would that happen continuously? And
Yeah.
who are those people to partake in which meeting? Or we are all having the meetings?
Yeah, no, great question. We're all going to gather for the meetings, and then when we have the Colussi Family Foundation meeting, then you will recuse yourself, and then when we have the Give Basic Needs meeting, Kevin will recuse himself from that meeting. So my hopes is, because I know Daniel has something else going on, we had to switch it to Saturday because Luke had something on Sunday. So my hopes is to just at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock our time, to start and to hopefully get it done, both done rather soon, rather quickly, and then we can go on to the other agenda and stuff. So
Mm-hmm. So
Okay. All right.
I'm
That's understood.
I do have a follow up there. So tomorrow's meeting will lead with the formal organizational stuff, if you will, stuff, a technical term. And then you'll roll into the weekly meeting, and we won't meet on Sunday.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be the two special meetings, then we'll do the regular meeting.
Okay, right after.
Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
aware of that. I haven't been following too closely, and it's very important. And I've been working on the documents, but I haven't been following on the agenda or the schedule.
Mhm.
And Ben, the thing that I don't believe this happened, but everybody here should know is that yesterday in restoring the Google backups and the synchronization with the calendar and the contacts with ERPNext, it's possible that
That's what Ben was saying.
yeah,
So he didn't get the email.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I'm thinking that that could have been an issue related to my working on the server, Ben, that you didn't get a notification that there was work for you to do. So I don't know that that's the case, but it's possible that that was due to me and that all emails did not go out during that period of time. In which case, if if that continues, Ben, please let me know because that's a technical issue that IT needs to solve if emails aren't going out. But that could have definitely been what I was doing yesterday because I was working on it as the president and Luke were processing these contracts.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so just
Thank
keep
you.
me posted if you feel like you're still missing emails on things that were assigned to you or anything coming out of Smiley. Smiley is on a completely different platform now, and so we should be aware of and sensitive to anything that doesn't look right because that's definitely could be the fact. It's not as though it's been up for 360 days like the other instance was.
All right. That's noted.
Great, thank you for that, Benjamin.
Okay, Warihana.
Oh, she already went.
She already went. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry.
Everybody's good on tomorrow, and I think we're ready to talk about more things.
Okay. Banking transition from Gemini to GT Bank, following the recommendation of Tukba and Associates.
Mhm.
Any follow up regarding that?
I think
Okay.
we're just waiting on the organizational structure changes, and as soon as that's done, we will begin to establish that account at GT Bank. Does that sound right, Salam?
Yes. So as soon as that is done, I'll talk to the auditors. We get the audit letter, and then we can do that.
Okay. So Salam, I guess for the Presidio, exactly what letter do you need from her about the GT Bank opening? Do you just need the letter from the auditors and we're waiting for that, or are you waiting for the intercompany document too for those signatures and that document? What pieces do you need to open the bank account? I guess is my question.
No, so I just need the auditor's reference letter.
Okay, great. And you're
Yes,
and so
that's
I just and so you have all of that, or you have access to all of that you need there.
Yes, I can easily get a letter from the auditors.
Okay, great. And then
So the last time, yeah. So the last time I spoke to Asong and Associates, they said they to issue the letter was $500. I think we discussed that, but now that we have JB Mensah and Associates doing audits for us, I will just talk to them and see if we are not getting it for free, maybe at a lower cost.
yeah, great. Keep negotiating on those fees if you can, Salam. It really makes a difference. So great work on that. And then you also have, just to be clear, you have the initial CD to do the deposits into the accounts, and we're still planning on splitting the accounts. When you open the GT account, you're going to open the general one first and then get us all the access online, et cetera, et cetera. But you have the initial deposit for there. And then you said, I think a week or so after, you'll open the second account, which is specifically for the health hubs. Does that sound correct?
Yes. So what happens is that with GT Bank, we can have two accounts consolidated in one. So, for instance, we have Give Basic Needs accounts,
Mm-hmm.
and within the Give Basic Needs account, we can have a CD. We will have a CD account,
Mm-hmm.
which is normally the general account you would get when you open an account in Ghana because we spend CDs here.
Yes.
But because we are an NGO or an NGO that would be, they expect that we'll get a lot of remittance
Uh-huh.
in mostly dollar.
Uh-huh.
So at our request, they will give us a dollar account
Right.
on the same Give Basic Needs account.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So we will have that, and then if we want to now open project specific accounts,
Mm-hmm.
we can open that as well.
Okay. And
Yes.
Warihana, I'll ask for your feedback on that. So Salam has CD and US dollar already to open the account. And when he does that, we'll end up goes to GT Bank, we'll have those two accounts, a dollar account and a CD account. Warhana, do you feel that we need to open a separate account for the health hubs, or do you feel that the general accounts and what we do, our processes in Smiley are sufficient to track those dollars, or do you want to see them in a separate account?
Honestly, I don't think we need a separate account for the health hubs
Okay.
because it's Give Basic Needs that's running those projects.
Yeah.
And every withdrawal or expense that we make, the description would identify the kind of project that expense is associated with.
Right.
So if we open, let's say, an account for health hubs, whenever we have a new project, are we going to be opening accounts for them? I
Yeah.
think that would be difficult to maintain
Yeah.
the long term.
I agree. I just didn't know from a grant perspective if that grantor wanted to see them in separate accounts or not. And so if you're saying that if basically once we get the account, they entrust us with the money regardless of the account that it's in, then I totally am for keeping it simple and just having the US dollar account and the CD account.
Yes. So far as we have the USD account and then the CD account in Give Basic Needs,
Mm-hmm.
in the name of Give Basic Needs, which is the company that the grant to be awarded to,
Right.
then we're good to go.
Okay, great. So Salam, it sounds like there'll just be two accounts at GT Bank, and then once you get them established, my goal, and I'm not sure, we're already at the 20th of the month, and we only operate on specific days. This will be different because our banks are open. Our window of banking transactions is further apart now that we're going to be doing transfers into Ghana, not in crypto. So, but I'm going to try to pay all of your wages through GT Bank and not through crypto. So that's my goal. I don't know if I'll achieve it because of bank timelines and how things go, but that's my goal, is to actually pay you. And the question that I have for you is, will you want to be paid US dollars or Cedi equivalent? And how do I do that? I mean, I'm assuming the GT Bank interface will allow me to do those exchanges, etc. But really, the thing is that Ben should be doing it, because I don't believe that I will be. This is one of the things that we need clarification as. Who are the signers on the account, Salam, when you go to open it? Clearly, Ben is, as the treasurer of Give Basic Needs Ghana, and you as the president as well as the backup. But the problem is that if you're a signer on the account, does that lead to the conflict of you being on both boards? I don't know how to do that. So it's good that we talk about that right now, because I don't know that I should be a signer, even though I'll have access to the web interface. I don't know if I should be processing transactions through that web interface, because then I'm outside of the Colussi Family Foundation. I'm technically in Give Basic Needs. Or does none of that matter, and we just, this agreement is this agreement, and we can do me as a signer, Ben as a signer, you as a signer, Salam. I don't know how to do it. I'm open for ideas. Presidu?
I would think it would be fine for you to be on there as well, because you're a signer, just like Daniel's on our account at Chase, but he's not a treasurer. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but the problem is that it's across
Oops.
organizations now.
Right.
Where if I was a signer on the GT Bank, I think that that's where the conflict is, because I could technically move money between the two institutions without anyone knowing. Whereas if Ben and Salam, and including Warihana, if all of them are signers on the GT as trustees or board members of the Ghana institution, then no money can move. I mean, let's be honest, the money's going to flow from the US organization where it is today to the GT Bank account. And then Ben will be doing payroll, Ben will be delegating and paying purchase invoices, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not money that's really going to flow back from the GT Bank account. It's all going to flow to the GT Bank account. So I think for conflict of interest reasons, it's better if I'm not a signer on the account, and nor you. Or maybe you are, because you're the presidu across. You're the presidu in both cases. So I guess it wouldn't. I don't know how to do this.
So I would be a signer rather than you.
Right. I would not be, because I that would be the mingling of responsibilities
Mm-hmm.
between the two organizations. I'll ask Ben. Ben, what do you think? How should we do it?
Yeah. So I think since most of the Ghanaian operations would be done from the bank accounts here in Ghana,
Mm,
it would be nice having me as part of the signees to that account.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really know how that would affect things if yourself or the president would be part, because of this new policy we are about signing,
Mm-hmm.
which makes the Ghana entity, like in terms of compliance, we do not want it to look like those from the other side operates
Mm-hmm.
the accounts here in Ghana. So I don't know if it would be fine, myself and Salam, if
Mm-hmm.
possible, Warhana included, we be the signees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
you're
that
you're
would
all
be enough
technically on the
requirements.
board. Yeah, you're all
Yeah.
technically on the board, so you might as well be signers on that account. I think the presidu should be as well, because, well, I don't know. Should the presidu? You are. Let's go through everyone's role really quick. So my role is board of directors in the Colussi Family Foundation and the treasurer. That's it. Colussi Family Foundation. Abbie, you are the president of both, and this is why you have to recuse yourself from financial dealings, is that you're the president of Colussi Family Foundation and Give Basic Needs.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel is technically the vice president of both. Luke is technically the treasurer of both. Secretary, sorry. Salam is a board of directors in both. Warihana is a board of directors in both. Ben is a board of directors only in Ghana, and the treasurer in Ghana. He is not on the Colussi Family Foundation. That's what he's resigning from. And so, therefore, if this is what I tried to explain to the President this morning, and I'll state it again. I don't know if it's right. Everybody should confirm or deny it. But I said everything that the President or Daniel or Warihana or Salam has to recuse themselves from means that only Ben and I can sign it. So if it has to do with money dealings or this intercompany agreement, only Ben and I can sign it because you all are conflicted with dual interest in each organization.
Okay.
So I definitely should not be a signer on the account. The question is, who should be the account signers? And so I heard what Ben says. Ben, do you have more to say on that before we go to Warhan and Salam?
No, I don't have anything more to say.
Did what I say make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warhana, who do you think should be signers on the Ghana GT bank accounts, both the Cedi account and the US dollar account, besides Ben?
I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is more like a compliance or a legal matter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone who knows a bit about legal matters could best advise, but I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fair. Salam, how do you feel?
I agree with Ben. So usually when it comes to account operations in Ghana, and I think across the globe, just like the presido is both president in both organizations, anybody can work in two or more organizations provided time and energy allows you. And to understand that you work in both organizations, being made an account signatory is an accounting issue, it's not a legal issue. And that it doesn't confer any rights on you. So for instance, if I was the accountant of Give Basic Needs and the sole signatory to Give Basic Needs, it doesn't mean I can just get up and pick a check and go and withdraw money without the express instruction of the CEO or the president. And so while we can have 3 or 4 or 2 people listed as signatories to an account, at every given time, it takes only one person to sign for money to be moved.
Yeah.
So we can decide on who should be signatories. But I think that when it comes to signing for money to be released or moved, it should be the exclusive responsibility of Ben as the payroll guy and as the
treasurer,
the compliance guy.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him a few days ago that with my experience in handling corporate accounts, when it comes to payroll issues, usually we have what we call a standing order, and you have a standing order with the bank relative to your accounts. And when payroll is prepared, as the payroll guy, you just instruct the bank to do the payments. The payments are done and you are finished with the transaction. With other payments, if it has to do with cashing of checks or e-checks or whatever, Ben will still have to issue that. And usually, if it is an e-check, the presido will be copied.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And so now with the issue of having all, I mean, maybe 2 or 3 signatories to the accounts is just to say the president, if he's on the account, can at any given time request for the financial statement without the express approval of Ben
Mm-hmm.
or of any of us, because this is to say that the 3 or 4 or 5 of us are all interested parties to the accounts, and at any given time, we want to know whether the transactions we've both approved on has gone on or not. So we can request at any time. But somebody like Kelvin, who is outside that arrangement, not a signatory to the accounts, cannot go and say, I'm a board member or an interested party to give basic needs, so I want to have access to your financial statements.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. However, there are instances where the board can also pass a resolution and instruct the bank to furnish any other person with the financial statements.
Right.
But these are just primary arrangements. So if the president want to be a signatory, or if we want the president to be a signatory, she can, but that is only possible when she's in Ghana and have a working permit, which
Mm-hmm.
will allow her to now have access to being on a bank account.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I hear you saying, Salam, is that and part of this is redundancy, right? If Ben chooses to go in a different direction than give basic needs in 6 months for whatever reason, personal reasons or other, we need to have a backup so that there,
Yeah.
yes, things could be transitioned, but we need multiple signatures. I mean, it doesn't make sense to only have Ben as the only signature. So I think is what I hear you saying, and is what I would like to do is at this point, because the president or no one in the U.S. has a work residency permit, would be to put the 3 of you on as signatures of the bank accounts, or do you think that we should just put Ben? I don't understand. I don't know what to do. What do you think, Salam?
Yes. So for now, the 3 of us can be on it.
Okay.
And yes, and then so usually when you are writing, so it has to be a letter I will send to the bank. Usually when you are writing the letter, you list them in order, and then you indicate who will be the primary signatory. So Ben will be the primary signatory, and in the event that Ben is leaving,
Yeah.
we can just notify the bank that Ben is no longer the primary signatory. Warihana should be the primary signatory,
Right.
and in that order.
Okay. Great. And
Yes.
I think that it, and this is not against you, Salam, because obviously I trust you with money. I trust all of you with money. But but I think the backup, if this is okay with Warhana, I think Warhana should be Ben's backup, simply for the reason that Salam, you're the project executor, and you'll be getting payments for project execution. So rather than you authorizing the execution payments, that should come from Warahana should Ben not be available. So the order I think would be Ben, Warahana, and yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's actually corporate structure in Ghana.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Great. So I think that we know who the signatures will
Affected by
be.
guarantee.
Oh, I'm sorry. You broke up, Salam.
Yes. I'm saying that, can you hear me?
Yeah, you just said it was corporate structure and then you broke up.
Yes. That's corporate structure for in Ghana with regards to corporate accounts. Usually, aside sole proprietorships, but companies, limited liability companies, limited by guarantee companies, mostly you may have the CEO, the country director, the MD part of the signatories, but they are not the primary signatories because when it comes to compliance, auditing purposes, and financial prudence, it is believed that as an MD or as a CEO, you can at a point just feel bossy, like, I'm in charge, so let me go and cash out some money. And
Right.
so usually for financial prudence, banks advise that you have an accountant or a treasurer who handles that. I know a number of companies that sometimes they even make their HR, in absence of accountants, they will entrust the HR
Uh-huh.
to be primary signatories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
I
sense.
agree and I understand with that.
Okay, great. Great. So I think we know what the bank account just so I'll just repeat it for the note. So Salam's going to take the action item to get the letter from the auditors, go to the bank, open a US account, US dollar account, a CD account, make the initial deposits that he has the funds for, and then make Ben the primary, Warihana the second, and himself the third. And that will be the total existence of the GT Bank. And is what I will do is my goal, going back to my goal before the end of the month, is I will do the wire transfer to GT Bank US dollar account, and Ben will then move that into Cedi and do payroll for the end of this month to each of you. Just overall, does that make sense?
Yes.
Can everybody give a thumbs up or agree? Do you agree, Abbie? Is that what we decided?
Thumbs up.
Yeah. Salam, you agree? Great, Ben, you do. And Warihana, you have a question? Go ahead.
In my experience opening USD accounts,
Uh-huh.
those usually take quite a while to get open.
Ah,
You can have, the government has recently put some regulations on the opening of USD accounts
okay.
because they feel like people use those accounts to hoard USD, and
Mm-hmm.
that was why the CD was depreciating.
Yeah.
So one of the measures they put in place to appreciate the CD was to regulate the opening of USD account. So
Uh-huh.
usually when you want to open a USD account, it has to go to Bank of Ghana for approval, like the account opening
Mm-hmm.
needs to go to Bank of Ghana for approval before it's open. So usually it takes a while to get a USD account active and running. I just don't know how soon that can be done. Um,
Yeah.
if it doesn't get done soon enough, maybe this month we can still go through the
Yeah. Crypto.
terminal route, and then next month we can make use of the local bank account.
Agree. That was kind of my fallback plan as well. Is that if Salam said it will be 3 weeks to open something or do something, that we would fall back to the crypto accounts, and I will make the payments, or Ben will. Yeah, I will make the payments from Gemini to each of you for your wages. So that's a good point, Warahana. And I don't know, Salam, if you have any idea on the time frame for the US dollar account, or if you know that as well.
Yeah, so I I have a US dollar account with GT Bank,
Oh.
and it took me, um I think it so what happened is I really cannot tell because I opened a CD account for my company,
Uh-huh.
and I visited the bank one time to request for dollars, and they asked if I needed a dollar account on my company,
Uh-huh.
and I agreed, and they were able to generate. I got an email the next day
Wow.
assigning me the dollar account.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe because I was already running an existing account with them,
Yeah.
but I believe that GT Bank, if you check them through, is one of the most express banks you can
Yes, Salam, but have you been able to transact with that USD bank account?
think of within the country, and keep the backup plan,
Mm-hmm.
or just keep the salary separate for the month,
Yeah.
and as soon as we get the accounts, um,
Then
we
can
can
start that.
pass other expenses through that, and
Right.
subsequently from next month, pass the
Right.
salaries through that as well. Yeah.
I think you might have cut out part of it because then Warihana had a question and then you came back speaking, so we might have missed. Go ahead and repeat your question, Warihana, and then we'll see what we missed.
Yes, I was asking if you've been able to transact with the USD account. Have you done any transactions with that account?
Oh yes, it was instant because I needed dollars, so I got it.
Oh, okay. Then GT Bank is doing very well.
Okay. Great. Great. So that'll be our goal, is to try to do it this month. If we can't, we have a backup plan. We just keep doing things the way that we're doing them. My only question, last question that I have on the bank topic, now that we have all that laid out, is, Salam, you referenced the payroll services at GT Bank for making the payments to individuals, and I want to see if there's fees involved in that service, or if that is a free service that they provide.
Okay, so usually there is quarterly fees for accounts management.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it includes all the things you instruct them to do on the accounts,
Mm-hmm.
but they are very minute fees. Um, for my stay with GT Bank so far, I only paid visa fees. I've never paid any fee apart from visa fee.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so if you also read, if you read on GT Bank,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that they are the only bank in Ghana that don't charge fees on forex.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, they don't charge fees on forex. They
Mm-hmm.
only make the margin, the exchange rate margin. That's the only thing they make. So they are
Okay.
a bank that they try as much as possible not to charge fees, and that is, I think that is why they are one of the top performing banks over the years. They've won most performing bank, I think, about 3 consecutive times.
Okay, great. So is
Yeah.
what we'll do is if you don't mind, Benjamin, I'll assign you the action item to decide how it is that we'll do payroll using the GT Bank platform going forward. It may be as easy as you just doing mobile money, or again, if there are no fees involved or very slight fees, then we'll go ahead and allow the bank to do it. But that'll be your decision, obviously, as you'll be the signator and are the treasurer in for the Ghana organization. Does that sound good, Ben?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Wow, a lot of decisions, but good discussion. Thank you for that. They're really important to get that clear.
Good, good. All right. Moving on to the Health Hub. I was able to finalize the job description and put it out there for feedback. I don't think anybody's had any fixes or anything like that.
No, I think Zora also approved of it and felt that it was complete. So that's good because she is obviously a medical professional on the ground.
Yeah, let me just see. Yeah, she said, well noted. Thank you.
Yeah.
So perfect. So that's good.
So just to get an action item out of that, are we ready to publish that onto the website as a job opening?
I believe so.
And then we can start directing people to it. Obviously, Salam, Warihana, and Ben would be doing that part. But Salam, do you feel that we're ready to post that then?
Yes, I think it's okay. I went through it. It looks all good. I don't have any reservations about it.
Okay.
With the timing of posting it, I think any time is good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, personally, I was thinking we do this recruitment process when we start building,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm looking at a situation where we complete the recruitment process and the hubs are not ready, maybe for a month or 2 or 3,
Uh-huh.
and you have them redundant, and yeah, so, but it also depends the speed we move with the establishment of the hubs also depends on availability of resources. And so I think that since this is an internal project in the sense that the organization is financing it and we've made provisions for that, it may not take as long to complete.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so I would like that. This is my opinion regarding that.
yeah, it's good. And part of it is we want to get the RN entrepreneurs on board early, even during the building process. That would mean that their stipend starts early because they will have to go through training. We'll need to put together the training information all still regarding their entrepreneur skills that before they just get dropped into the building. And so I feel like maybe sooner than later that will push all of us to know that while they're getting a stipend, they need to be working. And so we'll need to create content for them and engage them in these meetings so that they can follow along with the process. I don't know what you think of that, Warihana. And also from Warihana's perspective, what about the grants that we've applied for? Does it look better if we've got this job description out there, or does it look like we've already done it and we don't need help?
I think we should start the process of recruiting the RN because it's a process that might take a while. Apart from when we actually get to recruit the RN, we have to interview, we have to shortlist. There might even be second interviews, and then after that, like you're saying, we have to train them, and then we would also get their input on one or two things,
Yeah.
and just so that grantors or whoever we are speaking to sees that we have actually started doing something. Posting this or actually getting to this could be one of the things that we've started doing, right? So yeah, I think it's good we start now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And I think that
And
this will also give Benjamin some content to post on, and maybe even some media coverage. I don't know, maybe not, because we had the conflict we're concerned about the Chiefs and the land, but the breaking of the ground in that we definitely want to capture. So maybe some of these could result in some Facebook or media posts. Go ahead, Warhana. I'm sorry I interrupted.
yeah, I was saying that I've created the flyer to post the job.
Oh,
I'm just
beautiful.
waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the job to be created on Smiley so that I can get the link and add it to the flyer,
Okay.
and then we can run the post on LinkedIn and the other social platforms that we are
Yeah.
on.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And I just wonder if, I know we don't want to hire them too early and too late, but then I think keep in mind for that year, we want to make sure that they are comfortable when that year hits, because then we kind of release them, so to speak.
Right.
So I don't want it to, like, us hire them, then maybe take 6 months to get the hub done.
Right.
Then they're only in the hub for 6 months, and
Right.
then they're gone. So that's my only
Yeah.
concern. So we have to kind of find a good balance, I think, as far as when
Yeah.
to publish it.
And I think along with that, I think Salam makes a good point, is that if because the organization has decided to fund these individual first two hubs, I don't think I know we're not going to have resource limitations financially, so they should go fairly quick. Saying that, I don't want to rush anything, but I know how Salam operates. He will not take very long, I think. So I think that hiring should start sooner than later. Benjamin, do you have any feedback or thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, I think we can start the hiring since it's going to take some time to finally come to a conclusion of the RNs we will be working with. Yeah, so I think I'm starting now, whilst we also work on other preparations towards the halves is fine.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
I'll take the action item to work with you, Benjamin, to get that job posting done. on Smiley, because you said you wanted to see that, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I would
Okay,
like to see
great.
that.
And then I think after, technically, I don't want to do it too early, but technically, we will work together to split the or create the new company within ERPNext, and I'll take that action item to work with you on doing that as well. So we do that together. We back each other up, and we know how the transactions are going to look in Smiley. Does that sound good as well? Oh, perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
good.
All right, awesome. Communication infrastructure talked about the landlines, and the phone numbers. I'm going to touch on that as far as having.
Yeah, so that was amazing. So I decided that I was starting to look at the solutions for the phone in phone numbers in the hub as we had talked about, etc. And we came. I was thinking originally it might be like a Google Voice number that we could easily transfer around or group or have multiple places ring. And then I realized that we have this bright, shiny new VPS, virtual private server, that we can host our own PBX software to do all of the call routing and our own more robust integrations if we host something called 3XC, which is a PBX software that I did some research on, came up and proposed a solution, and beautifully enough, Warihana commented as though she had already used this tool and gave it good reviews, and that it was she thought that it was a good way to proceed with basically a very simple IVR. So that's the menu system that when you call a number, you go through to get transferred. So the way that it would work is essentially um, the patient or the client, if you would call a 223 number that we would buy from a local provider. And then that would be connected to that would route to our PBX software, this 3XC software. Once they got there, there would be a voice prompt to push 0 to go to the Tamale office, 1 to go to Health Hub 1, 2 to go to Health Hub 2, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then once that was done, the PBX software would transition them and the call directly from uh, from the telecom system where the minute charges are to an internet connection on someone's phone and an app. And so essentially that would be at the health hub, in which they would then have a phone that whoever was maybe the secretary or maybe it would be the RN lead initially would then be able to take that call. And so this very simple menu system will allow us to save a lot and be expandable in a lot of different ways going forward. I also had the idea that it would be possible for us to have a prompt for office hours. So if individuals were having medical things that they wanted questions on, we could actually staff global our our army, if you will, our Give Basic Needs army who focuses on social media. We could have a Give Basic Needs or a Giving Army, or I can't remember what we called it, but that we could have a group of health professionals around the globe, essentially that at 2 o'clock on Sundays, essentially listened in on or logged into the PBX or our software with their phone and be able to text or take audio voice calls for individuals with questions. And this could actually be a way for doctors, whether they're in Ghana or global, to answer questions and be a support network for the RN entrepreneurs.
You would just, I mean, legally speaking, you'd
Yeah.
have to obviously have like an international license or something like that. So
Right. There'd
we're
have to be
talking
some
more
vetting and
people-
some
more
processing.
people in Ghana more than around the world.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like,
Sure. So, but we
people-
could have individuals that could advise on medical conditions, on business. You know, we can have essentially group meetings where the hub leaders or the hub entrepreneurs can get office hours from people with business resources like us, or get medical resources from other doctors in the community, etc. So I think that this piece of software as part of our overall technical strategy is very important, and I think it solves based on the budget wise. I think it worked out to like 26, 27 US a month, which is extremely affordable because we're hosting it ourselves, and that means we have full control over it. So it will live in a Docker instance, which is essentially like a virtual server on our VPS, and be managed there, along with ERPNext, where we'll be able to do some event logging and tracking for grant purposes. We'll be able to do integration with our WordPress site, should we want to, with our Facebook page, should we want to, and with WhatsApp, should we want to. So individuals in the community will have essentially multiple ways to get in touch with the health hubs, and it will all come through one number which we control and can be published on all flyers, all buildings, all everything.
Okay.
So I know that was a lot, but let's go to Ben. And do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so actually, yesterday I spent some time when the document came going through the whole process
Mm-hmm.
or how it works, especially with the routing, and also how we intend to have all our messages from social media, including Facebook or Instagram, come through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a great idea. I was only concerned about the nurses, the let's call them the clients at the community.
Uh-huh.
But then I saw that there was a portion where it got covered for them, where they could have SMS
Mm-hmm.
or just make physical calls
Yeah.
that would come. Yes. But I don't know how it would be for them to navigate through select the selection process, maybe selecting this to come to the office or selecting this for the call to go through an RN. Yeah, that is where I was thinking about. But aside that, I think the whole structure it's well planned, and also it's financially good for us looking at the fees here.
Yeah, great. So Ben, can you explain to me, take someone in your family, say there's a health hub that they want to go to in their community. Explain the menu would, like I said, the menu would be as simple as press 0 to go to the tamale office, just because we don't have a hub 0.
How would you change it? Ben?
Yeah, how would you change it, or what
would you do differently?
how would the menu look for people to navigate it locally?
Yeah, so because people do not understand English here,
Yeah.
the moment they begin to hear of the menu, press this, they might get confused.
Sure.
Yes. One way I was thinking, which I think would be a bit of an issue because we are planning to have a central number that operates all, could be a call that goes direct to the health hub. I want to call health hub 2. When I dial, it goes straight to the RN or the desk at the health hub.
Mm-hmm.
That way I don't have to select an option before I reach that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I had, but I don't know how that configuration will change the way we planned it already.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if someone has an idea, I see Warihana's hand. Maybe
Warihana, can
that's
you
a way.
comment on this?
Yes. So as part of my comments, I indicated that because our patients would mostly be people from rural and low tech communities,
Mm-hmm.
um, like the most important thing for them would be simplicity in use.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of navigating through the menu, like maybe press 1 to go to hub 1 or 2,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we have like a local Ghana phone number per hub. So each hub would have its number, and then let's say in the flyers we're circulating or anywhere we are showcasing the number to people, it will just be maybe this hub at this community, this is their phone number. And then now if someone in the community needs to reach out to them, it's just a matter of dialing that phone number, and then it goes to the hub. The reason why I really like the 3CX idea is because it's voice over IP. There's really no need buying airtime and all of that. So it's going to save the RNs the cost of buying data,
Yeah.
buying airtime to make calls, to receive calls. Instead, everything will just be connected to the router or the internet service that would make available at the hub.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with Ben, and I actually made this point. A number per hub would be better, so that the customer or the patient wouldn't even know that all these background processes are happening. They are just calling someone like a usual person because it's just a phone number they are dialing without having to go through a lot of steps, which might be a bit complicated for them since they are not tech savvy.
Yeah. My only concern with that, Warihana, is that one, if we have a number per hub, then we're going to pay the telco fees, because as long as we're going to pay for every one of those hubs, because it won't go through the PBX. It will literally go directly to the hub. So the idea of using the PBX to do the switching is to get it off of the telco immediately, once they go through the IVR. So is what we could do is we could record a message in a local language and say hub, the equivalent of press 1 to go to hub 1, press 2 to go to hub 2. Or we could do something with language changes and lead with the local language, putting English as a secondary language. Like a lot of times like in the US, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people. And so when I call, for example, any number, especially if it's a government number or an organizational number, they'll say it first in English, and then they will say it in Spanish. And they'll say press 1 for English, 2 for Spanish, but they'll say the Spanish part in Spanish.
Dos for Espanol.
See, yeah. And so we could lead with the local language, whatever one you chose. I know there's a lot of dialects and that can be confusing, but maybe we have the IVR be recorded in the local language with English as a fallback. Or we think about how we can maybe, I don't know how, I haven't ever programmed the 3CX software or looked into it any more than what I've already done, but maybe it's possible that they can just put a #1 at the end, and then maybe they could dial the number, the common number for everybody, and then #1, and then when that gets to the PBX can pull off the #1 and go directly to hub 1 without asking anything. So now on the flyer, the building, the whatever, we can put the phone number and then put the #1 and have it route directly to that hub. I don't know. Warihana, you thumb that up. Do you know if that's possible?
I'm not sure that's possible, but that would be an easier way.
Yeah.
I haven't actually done that before, but that would have been easy. Other than that, I also like the idea of having the language selection first.
Yeah.
Even in Ghana, the telecos do that.
Uh-huh.
Usually, when you call them, the first thing that comes up is select the language like you want, maybe English, Hausa, Akan, and then once they select the language, then every other thing that follows is in that language.
Yes.
Just so to make it easy for them to understand.
Yeah.
And also, growing up in a rural community, I often find, let's say, elderly people or people that really don't know tech or how to use phones. Usually, what they do is they find students around, like that know how to use phones or understand English, and they'll be like, "Oh, take my phone and call this for me. Take my
Yeah.
phone and credit like my balance for me."
Yeah.
So if the pound one doesn't work, we can try the language selection first option.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I think that would be great because then it also gives us a common number to publish to, and integration, it becomes simpler. Management becomes simpler. Instead of managing what numbers are at what hubs, we can just do it all through the IVR, multi-language if we need to, and possibly with a pound sign or something like that, that would get them a shortcut, if you will, directly to the hub. So I think regardless, the PBX software is required, and I'll put it on the agenda. Salam, can you comment on your thoughts on all of this and what you think?
I think the arrangement to have local languages is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just that the best approach would have been for each hub to have a local telephone number
Mm-hmm.
from our telcos, because now even the instruction to press one or two or whatever number is only understood, one or two is understood on the phone by somebody who have a little bit of education.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what we can do is I think we set it up one way. Oh, I'm sorry, cut out. Sorry, Salam,
I am saying that
did you cut out?
you might um, so even with a local language, people will still have difficulty because these remote areas, majority of the people have never been to school.
Mm-hmm.
So um, they may not understand what the number is,
Mm-hmm.
but just like Warihana said, in most cases you have case around that they will tell you, oh, call this person for me, dial
Mm-hmm.
this number for me.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the child might just go through the process, and when it start ringing, they may hand over the phone to the
Right.
individual who has asked them to make the call for them. So yes, I think that is okay. But one other thing is that one thing I know for a fact in Ghana is that people don't like dialing numbers that doesn't look like Ghanaian numbers to them.
Uh-huh.
So for instance, if I put your US number on a wall and say call this number for money, a lot of people will never dial the number,
Uh-huh.
because once it's the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, it's not a Ghana number.
Yeah.
Um, and calling it is going to be expensive,
Uh-huh.
or I mean there's some perception around that
Yeah.
foreign numbers. Yes,
Well,
so
so Salam, how do you feel about if the number was present with a pound sign one? Would that be too abstract and they wouldn't try it?
with the what?
If the number is a 223 number, and then at the end we tell them to do the pound sign one for Health Hub one, would that be too would that be too abstract for them to even try to dial it, or would they try that?
I think we can just leave the number. The local voice will be helpful enough.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll change it. That's what we do in this
Yes.
organization. And so we try and as best we can. And if we find it doesn't work, now I think personally we should make the education. I personally we should, just as we hold the RN entrepreneur responsible for things like medical follow up, educational screenings for cancers or whatever it might be, self examinations, things that they can do. They should also be responsible for communicating to their community how they should get in touch with her, because she will be the lead. Or let's just assume she's the only one in the hub at the time, how to get in touch with the hub. And so she should communicate and say, give me your phone, I will show you how to do it. Or have a group of people there at the well when they're getting water and say, if you need my services, do this. So there's some education that could take place possibly as well, at the health hub when people come to fetch water. She should, the hub leader, the entrepreneur, should make it part of their marketing plan to educate people how to get in touch with her. And whatever that means, we'll figure out. Sounds good? All right. Great. Great. So we'll start, and if we need to change, we'll change.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Anything else on the hubs? Health hubs?
I don't think so. Not at this time. Not that I have.
Okay. ERPNext maintenance, system backups.
Yeah, so system backups are restored now. We're doing those after yesterday. The only thing I have left before I can move out to some of these other pieces of software that I've installed on the virtual private server is the reporting. And so I'll be working on that in the coming days, hopefully be able to figure that out. It may take us to go down. We actually had some not great scenarios on what we were running with. We had some, when the install was done originally, which I didn't do because I wasn't familiar with it, we had some involvement with contractor, volunteer, et cetera, et cetera. But we had on our hostinger, which where Smiley used to live, we had mixed module versions. So for example, we had the front end of, let's say, version 14 and version 14.2 on the back end. We had mixed matches of versions. So there had to be a lot of synchronization and forcing all of those downgrades or upgrades to get it stable so that I could then move it off. So there were module versions that were mismatched that I took care of. And now that that's much cleaner, we're all on, the same version of all of those modules on the new server. We're in a lot more stable place to do upgrades in the future. So I put a lot of work into that to get that synchronized and maintainable. Now that it's on the new virtual private server, we'll be looking at getting this last component, which are the insight reports, working, and that may mean that we have to upgrade all modules to a specific version. So there may be some overarching bigger upgrades that need to be made. We're not going to shift from version 14 to 15 or anything like that, but we may have some upgrades that I need to do to get all of that working. So I'm going to work on that. That's my next priority after we get all this organizational stuff taken care of.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? ERPNext. Trademark. Yes. Update on the trademark work. Any update?
Yes. So the trademark document is ready. I think Kevin said I should wait for the divisions to be done, the company's divisions to be done before I can create the project for it and attach the necessary purchase invoices.
Yeah.
Because some costs to be incurred. So once the separation is done, yes, we can go ahead and start the process with it. But I think we are ready.
Yeah.
I have a particular law firm in Accra that I intend to speak with and see, just to get an idea like the process, because I haven't done this before. And then if they can help, maybe there's even a way they can handle the entire process without me having to go to Accra.
Okay.
Because going to Accra will be extra cost, flight tickets, accommodation, etc.
Yeah.
But if a lawyer or a law firm is going to handle it, then they might as well just handle everything,
Yeah.
so that we can save cost on other things. And since they are lawyers, they will know the right way to put in the application, and they can even follow up on the application to see, and then when it's ready, they can let us know. I don't know what are your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I think you know, it'll depend on the numbers. But
Okay.
I'm totally getting you the support that you need, and working with you the way that you feel is the most efficient to move forward. From my treasury side.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think it's good.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. So
very
once
good.
the separation is done, then we can start with the process.
Okay, great. And Benjamin, could you will you have availability on Monday to meet with me about the things that we need to do in Smiley, like publish the job description and begin to work on this company separation, as all these documents will be finalized by then?
Monday you may not be available.
Oh, Monday I won't be
Because
available.
we have to move to
Yeah, right. Monday's not good.
Sunday.
Well, we also, sorry, what day, you know this, President, what day does the final intercompany agreement get signed? That's not tomorrow, right?
No, it's the 25th.
Okay.
25th, everything should be done by.
Okay, so after the 25th, Benjamin, if you could schedule some time with me, a good block for us to do the job description and the company creation within ERPNext, that would be great. Maybe, I hate to ask, but maybe like a 3-hour block we might need.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get a date for that. Yeah, and
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, great.
So
Yeah.
either does this show up like on, it should show up on your calendar?
So it's a good question. We all need a little bit more training, I think, on our calendar usage within our personal or our accounts. What's your specific question?
Well, if Ben goes in to schedule something, that's what I'm asking. Will he see that you're busy during this time?
I don't know, Ben.
Or whatever?
Ben, can you do it really quick? Just because I don't know, it's hard for me to see because I'm the owner of my calendar. But can you see if I have availability on the 26th and what it would look like really quick if you were to schedule with me?
Yep, I'm checking that now.
Okay, great.
Because this day will be at the trailer place.
Okay.
This is free, but then this, you know, you're free here, you're free here.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Good.
For now, 26th, you do not have any meetings or schedules on 26th for now, yeah.
Okay. Can you see that I have a meeting on the 26th at around 11?
That's 11 Mountain Time.
11 Mountain Time. I don't know what time that would be for you.
Nope, I don't see that.
You don't see anything on the 26th. See, because it's in
Yes.
my personal calendar, probably.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
in my work calendar.
And see, I have both of them. See how this says busy
Uh-huh.
in my personal because that's work.
So this hasn't been put on my work. If you copy that right now,
Okay.
let's just do a test really quick.
I hate to do this.
No, we
Okay.
got to know because, yeah, if you can copy this event to my work calendar, duplicate it. Maybe you can't, huh?
I don't think so because hold on, let's see. Mm-mm.
You don't see my calendar.
I don't. So it's something with you.
I need to share my calendar with you. All right, we'll work on that. But just know that I'm available on the 26th, and if you send it to me,
25th.
The documents are finished on the 25th.
Oh, okay.
And so the 26th, let me know
In the afternoon.
in my afternoon if you
So,
have
like,
availability.
After 7 p.m. or so your time.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
if there's
concept.
if there's a conflict, I'll just suggest another time.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for that, Benjamin.
Let's see. Trying to move along because we're running over. ERP trademark. The Notebook LM update on
Notebook
that.
LM, that's coming. We're going to use all of the things that were described in the technical document and that is on my radar after I get the reports fixed in Smiley.
Okay. The Benevity profile, how is that going, Warihana?
Yes, I'm almost through with the benefit profile.
Great.
This week, I dedicated a significant amount of my time researching for grants, um, and I found about 3 or 4 grants that I would run by Abbie and see what she thinks. Um, so I don't know if tomorrow might be a bit tight for me, but Sunday is good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow day it's not good at all for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Sunday, later on, I'll have to look at Sunday and see. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're trying to sell our van that we lived in before. We have to take the trailer to go get some other work done. So Monday and Tuesday are kind of like, I'm not
Crazy,
sure
but
where we will be.
but doesn't matter. Yeah.
So,
Just if you want
yeah.
Warhana, the best thing to do is just try to schedule it, and then if it doesn't work, we'll adjust, just like you do the same. So
Okay.
it's best if you all make meeting suggestions to us rather than us tell you. Because if you
Okay.
make a suggestion to us and it doesn't work for us, we'll just suggest another time and then you can improve it or change it again until we find something.
Okay. All right. Then I'll do that.
Okay, that's great. That's exciting.
Great. Vault Warden.
Yeah, the Vault Warden stuff. So we're going to use a product called Vault Warden, and that will be for storing things like our what does this one say? Benevity. Sorry, that's a hard word for me. Benevity. We will use the logins and information to be stored there in an application on our VPS called uh, Vault Warden. We'll probably give it a different name. I don't know what, but whatever we do, we're gonna need to come up with some other names so that people know. I can't keep saying VPS and all of these things. It's too much. I like Smiley, but that we're gonna have to come up with names like that. But in any case, we'll have that implemented. I think that I believe that should probably be a priority before I do the Notebook LM migration. And so I will probably work on the Vault Warden stuff after I get the reports done and then move on to the AI stuff and the Notebook LM. So those are all on my action item list to work through. And then also to install the 3CX stuff so that we can begin to see what that install looks like on the server as well.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Any other updates from you, Salam?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay, perfect. Warhana, how about you?
That's all from me. When Ben and Kevin are able to create the RN job on ERPNext or Smiley, please don't forget to share the link with me so that I'll just finalize the flyer and share it with Ben for posting.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben, and along that line, Ben, maybe we can get together on Sunday and work through the job description piece. I know we won't be past the date of the 25th, so we won't work on splitting the companies yet, but we can work together maybe for a shorter period of time and make it more manageable. Maybe just uh, 40 minutes. You know, it'll probably go over, but 40 minutes or so that it'll take us for me to show you how to do the job description. And we can do that on Sunday if you want to propose a time.
Okay, I think Sunday would be fine.
Okay, great.
Around 7 p.m. If that work, I'll schedule a date. That's time.
Yeah, that
7
sounds
p.m. Ghana time. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds great for me.
Okay, sure. I will.
Perfect.
Anything else from you, Ben?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. I just ask for everyone to check in Smiley because maybe you didn't get the emails last night from the contracts and the announcements. And so if you could check Smiley, look at what is there for you right now, and then possibly later on today, or I guess would be your morning, because then I will work with and get the other documents in, so everything can be in and sent out and hopefully emailed
It
notification.
should all go, yeah.
Yeah, today. So just be on the lookout for those, please.
Yep, and I had the only follow-up that, or the only other thing I had was, were you able to sign your documents? Everything looks good from Ben and I today. We're all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So President, you have nothing more that you need from either of us? Or can you
Let's
check?
see.
Yeah, let's just check in Smiley really quick, just so that we can make sure this box is checked off.
Yep. Though I'll be signing immediately after the meeting. I didn't
Oh,
want to. Yeah.
okay, no
You know, I
problem.
checked and I saw the contracts during the meeting, so I want to sign in immediately we finish the meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Perfect.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
Yes.
they're out there. And yes, so you just click in there. You will scroll down and you will sign where it says authorized by the assignee. You'll go up and you'll
Okay.
say,
I thought he did that and you did the submit.
and you click at the top signed.
I'm sorry.
Okay. But where it says authorized by signee, I always get it say into brackets company.
Right.
Yes.
Or
That, yeah. So there's two different ways. You can sign there in the box, and then also where it says signee signed on, and that's fine as well. So it's kind of
okay.
like two things. Like if you do the sign on, but don't sign in the box, I sign in the box and I do the final submission.
But I think this is, I'm sorry, just to be clear, I think this is the way it's supposed to work, and I may be totally wrong,
Okay.
but is what I think that is what I did.
Okay.
And the way that I think it works is I signed my special meeting notice, for example, with the sign, I checked the sign box, which expanded the signee details. I put my name and the date in there, and then I saved that. And then I let the president be the one that commits it with the submit, and you sign at the company, Abbie.
Okay. I mean, it just says signee details, signee,
Yeah.
signed on. That's all Ben. But then down here it says
That's
signee.
you. This is you. This is always you. You're the final one that says he signed it, I saw it, everything's good.
Okay.
So it should be, Ben, that you just do, and just for everybody on the call, you should always check the box, do the signee details, and then the president will do the signing by the company and the submission. Does that make sense to you, Salam and Warihana, as well?
Yes, yes.
Great. Because I never know, and it is
So I
confusing.
think
Go ahead, Ben. Salam.
yeah. So Ben, I think the signee into bracket company is still the signee.
Well, I think that is the portion CTO is clarifying that it should be signed by the
submitter.
Yeah.
Which
So maybe
is
Abbie,
the
because I think I am thinking that it should still be. So for instance, I'm about signing the special meeting. That should still be my signature because I'm the signee, and a contract can be between my company and another company. I may be signing on behalf of a company. So I think that's my understanding of the company being there.
Right.
But
it
if
is. Yeah,
it's supposed
it
to
is
be,
confusing. It is confusing, and the way that I thought it through, and I might be wrong, is that you check the signee box at the top. Because you're physically logged in, you put your signee name. By typing your name, you're essentially signing it and setting the date, and then you hit save. And is where it gets confusing is that sometimes we also have the submit button. Like in the case of Ben, maybe, and the president have the submit button, but you shouldn't submit it. I think that the president should sign it as it was authorized by the president. But I don't know. We just have to be consistent and acknowledged by the president. That's what I think the signature box in. Warihana or Salam or Ben, Somebody comment because we need to just be consistent.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see that. So after I saved, there is a submit button, so I just leave it.
Yeah, and then the presidue
Okay.
goes to that same one, signs her name as the company, and submits it. Now you've signed, and she's acknowledged.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So it is confusing. I wish it was clearer.
Yeah, for sure.
I apologize. I can maybe do something in the interface to make it clear, but I don't know even what I would do.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So everybody is in agreement on that, and we will tell all board members or anybody who's signing anything, that will be what they do. They check the box, they type their name, they choose the date, they hit save. The president
Okay.
comes
So
in, signs her name, clicks to submit, the contract is ready and enforced.
okay.
Great. Okay, perfect.
So I had previously signed the annual policy,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm just trying to take off the signature. It's not working.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. Because
Yeah,
what we've done in the past is is the past. It's okay.
Okay.
So we're just trying to get it straight going forward. And I think the key is that we're just consistent. So if you've done it a different way in the past, it's okay. I think it's still a legal document. It's a legal contract. It's just that this is a better way to do it, I think, with the presidue submitting.
Interesting.
Well, so the president is still doing research, so let's see what she's got.
Yeah, so I went into Salam's and he did it like we said, the signee information. Then I signed in the signee company box. I hit save. I hit submit, and now it says inactive, which
Wait a minute.
it did
Maybe
not
we
do
got a
that for
problem.
you. It did not do that for you when we did it this morning. We hit signed, Kevin, the date, and I signed here. Everything.
You do. I'm sorry. Go back to the
And get
list.
to see it's how it says active.
Go now. Reload this whole page.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Is it because of the date? Salam, did you set a date for the contract? No.
Yes, I set an end date for the contract.
Aha.
Oh, now I can't.
Okay, let me take that out and then.
Okay, yeah, see if you can take that out. Okay, here's Ben's resignation. Okay, signed, got that, everything there, perfect, sign this.
It's okay.
I hate my signatures there. Okay, so save, and now I should submit.
Yep.
So I'll hit submit permanently. Now it says active.
Now Ben, you didn't put any end dates, correct?
He did put dates, and so when he did put the dates, now it says inactive.
No, I'm saying Ben.
Oh, sorry.
Ben's has no dates. Is that correct, Ben?
Yes, I didn't put any start and end dates.
Okay, but you signed it. It's got your name. It's been authorized by the president, and it's been submitted and active. So this is the way we should do it. Salam, are you able to remove the date, or do you need to duplicate that contract, or do you need the president to do something?
Okay, let me ask
So
the question.
I'm not able to remove the dates again.
Yeah. So president, you need to either duplicate.
It's the same here. This says inactive because of the date.
Yeah, because of the dates. Shit.
There's just several of them. Okay. Maybe we need to work on this offline.
No, we do not need to work on this offline. We need to do this with everybody in the room because we all have different permissions. We all have different ways to do it, and we got to nail this down. So I think Ben.
Okay.
So Ben, you did it. I think Ben, you did it right. Personally, Ben's was right.
Yeah.
No dates. He signed his name, typed his name, put the date that he signed on, and then saved it. And the president went in, signed it, saved it, and submitted it.
Right.
So we need to fix we need to fix Salam's, and we need to fix mine because mine is showing inactive. Agree?
Yours.
Or is it okay to have an inactive agreement?
See, I thought.
No, no,
No,
it's not
no,
okay.
because I mean that I mean that like this means like for eternity that's active, but it really was a
Uh,
point in time. So should
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? This means 20 years from now that contract will still be active. That kind of doesn't make sense. It was a point in time that you acknowledged it and it's inactive, but you all acknowledged it on a specific day.
That's why it's signed on that day.
Right.
But
the-
I
okay.
specifically
Yeah,
left
if
out.
that's the understanding, then it's okay.
Right. So my question is which way should we do it? Should everybody have an inactive
Yeah.
acknowledged
I have,
contract?
so I think I have a number of my contracts inactive, three of them, including the special meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but then I won't that bring a confusion because I noticed that um my contract updated some time ago since I started my role. So the first one had to become inactive for me to sign the new one. So how would we be able to differentiate
Okay.
contracts that are actually I don't know if
Right.
we are all getting what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So I think in this case, so like your work contract is what you're talking about, Ben.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that didn't have an end date. So it had a start date, but no end date. So in fact, that contract is active because
Yeah.
is what if you were to leave, let's hope you never do, but if you did, then the president would go into that contract and say terminate the contract, in which case it would become inactive.
Inactive. Yeah. Okay.
So the question is when we sign these types of agreements, should we be setting dates so that the contracts appear in inactive, but that means they're acknowledged? There's clearly an acknowledgement, or should we have two different scenarios. Ben did it where he didn't set a date and the contract stays active, and with the way that Salam did it, it's inactive and he set dates.
Ben set one date, or I set one date, whichever, because it was a start date for his new contract was January 1st.
Okay, wait, we're talking about two different things though. Work agreement should not have an end.
You mean the contract?
The contract for employment, his contract for employment should not have an ending date.
I see what you're saying.
And so that should stay in active until he terminates the contract. But the question is, when it comes to the acknowledgement of board records, should we set today's date as the window and it will always be inactive, but it will be an acknowledgement of a point in time that you saw that contract? Or should we have no dates, in which case they all show up as active? I think
See, that's what happened here. Like Luke's waiver of a special meeting earlier last month, it happened on, it was just one day. And so he put in those dates, but then because he put an end date as January 24th,
it's showing inactive.
So if anything, a start date is okay, but end dates are not okay.
No, right. But on these, let's make the first decision. Does the group feel the contract after it's signed for board minutes and board acknowledgments should be active or inactive? Salam.
Yeah. I think after they are signed should be inactive.
Yes. Okay. That's what Salam thinks. Warihana, what do you think? Inactive or active? In the case of a board meeting notification.
Inactive.
Okay. Ben?
Okay, so we are creating distinctions here, right? Not any type of contract at all. Because in the content of the contract itself, we have some dates there, which, or we have a paragraph there which clearly states the duration of the contract. So to me, it could be active in a sense that when we look through your contracts, you know those that are currently active and those that are inactive. I have a contract that was once active, and just maybe my resignation letter, if I signed a contract as a board member, and now that I have resigned, that would have to be inactive to mean that such contract does not hold again.
Right. So
But when
what?
I look through, yeah,
Go ahead.
yes, but when I look through my contract, I should be able to see some too that are active to show that these ones at the moment are active.
Yeah, technically the only one, if I understand it right, and what Salam and Warihana have said, is that the only active contract should be your employment contract. All other contracts should be inactive, but obviously you've signed them and they're acknowledged.
Okay,
Do you
okay.
agree with that,
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, that clears it now. Yeah.
Okay, and Salam, you agree?
Yes. Yes.
And Warihana.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, and Presidu, you know what needs to happen?
I think so.
So now, so Salam, you did it with the dates, and it's inactive. That's correct. So now all board meeting recognition of the upcoming meeting should be inactive, and if they're not, the president will send you a new version to sign.
Okay.
Because you can't remove the date once it's submitted.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you're signing a board, so just for the record, if you're signing a board minutes or meeting acknowledgement or anything related to the board, you always set a date because it's for a point in time, meaning it will show up
Exactly.
as inactive. If you're signing an employment contract, that has a begin date, no end date, and stays active until termination.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we got it. We might have some more signing to do,
Oh yeah.
but now we know how to sign, and we get just as long as we're consistent.
Okay.
Great.
So my last
Hello.
question.
Yeah.
So in order, just like I have one last contract to sign,
Okay.
in order to make
Which is what?
which is the intercompany service agreement.
Yeah.
What I signed whilst we were at the meeting was the resignation.
Okay, but don't sign this one yet because
Okay.
this doesn't get signed till the 25th, right? Even though you have it.
No, it's on the 20th.
Warhana has a question. Go ahead.
Yes, so I have a contract called Warihana CFF Special Meeting Notice.
Yes.
Let's use it as practice for the signing.
Yes, please. Would you mind sharing your screen? Would you mind sharing your screen?
Okay.
Yeah, please. Because remember, it's difficult because we all have different permissions in Smiley as well, so we do see different things. Great.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I've checked this as signed.
Yep.
I've not input a start and end date.
But in
Uh,
this case, you should,
okay,
and it should be today,
okay.
both a start and an end of today. This will make it inactive, right? But it's
Uh,
an acknowledgement, right? So now you're going to sign.
And the end should be 21st. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
because the meeting is tomorrow, eh?
The meeting
Yeah,
is
the
tomorrow
meeting
on
is tomorrow.
Saturday. Correct. So you can set it. You can set it to tomorrow, or you can set it. I think as long as it becomes inactive after the meeting, yeah. And
Okay.
then not your email as the signee, but it would be just your first and last name.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's on today, and that's all you would do. And you would hit save. Because this portion is for the president. See, now you have a submit, but you shouldn't submit it. Only save like you did.
Okay. Okay.
Now the president will get that contract. Can you see that contract?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And she's going to sign it.
Okay.
Now it shows as a draft.
Now it shows as
No.
a draft, which is correct because you have to do the final acknowledgement. You
Mm.
sign here.
Yeah, Kevin, I think you're breaking.
Sorry, and then she signed it and saved it. Now she's going to submit it, and now Warihana, you should see it again.
Okay.
It's
It says active because it's due through tomorrow. So once tomorrow.
Yeah, it's active now.
but it will tomorrow it will be inactive. Now if you click on it, Warihana, you should do a
Okay.
print. You should do a print of this to like a PDF and show us what it looks like if you don't mind.
Okay.
You might need to choose the print format on the left as standard. This is a bug
Okay.
in ERPNext. Yeah, just change that to standard.
Okay.
And now we should see this as the PDF contract signed. If you scroll down, does this look good?
Yeah, it does.
Everybody signed it?
Yeah, this looks good.
Okay. And so if you scroll down here on the PDF, do you see the Presidue's signature?
Yeah, it's here.
Okay, I can't, your screen isn't scrolling for some reason.
I was sharing just the smiley window.
It's okay. But it's okay, but it looks good?
Yeah, let me show you. Let me just
Okay.
show you. Yeah.
Right. Signed by company, right? The President. Yep. By Abbie. Yeah. So, and there's the contract details, and there's the fact that you signed it as the employee, when you did, and on what date. Perfect.
Okay. All right. This is great. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. And then, Salam, do you have any questions about this, or Ben?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Benjamin, you're good as well?
Yeah, I'm good. Apart from you mentioned that I shouldn't sign the other one until 25th. Yes.
That's the President to decide, and she just stepped out. She'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay.
When should the document for the intercompany agreement be signed? On the 25th, right?
Hold on. February 25th, launch day. Trademark agreement. I'm waiting until the 25th to sign the contract to ensure the intercompany service agreement, trademark license all go into effect on the same day as the new clean operating structure. So the 25th, you guys resign between the 20th and the 22nd. Well, yeah. Then we're going to meet on the 21st. Actually, not the 22nd. I sign.
I think, yes. Wait on that, Ben, please.
All right, and I'll do that.
Yeah, wait until the 20, not the 25th. It might be, oh, geez, I can't do it.
I think as long as you both resign today.
It has to be critically done just the way Kareem laid it out.
Right. So on the beginning today,
which we did.
You two resign.
Right. And we're both of our contracts are inactive, or is mine active and I need to re-sign?
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna look at
I
that.
think mine is active, so maybe I would need to resign that.
Okay, because you didn't set the date. So we're gonna double check that.
Yeah.
We're both gonna do the resignations, and then once that's done, we're gonna go through the steps again. So we'll just don't sign anything other than the resignation right now when the president resends it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And put the date in there as today.
Okay.
All right. Sure.
All right, great. Thank you, everyone. I know we had a good meeting. I hope everyone feels it was valuable for their time. And great. And we will talk with you all soon. Does anybody have anything else? I don't.
Just watch your smiling emails once we get this straightened out today. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
For a
everyone.
wonderful meeting. We will see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye bye.
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 Thank you, everyone.